Welcome to a new edition of the Neon Jazz Interview Series with UNESCO Treasurer James May on the Count Basie 90 celebration events in Kansas City on April 30th, 2025. From his current base in Florida, we catch up with this Kansas City native to talk about his beginnings on 19th and Vine to his exuberance of the festivities surrounding the largest celebration in America on International Jazz Day 2025 here in Kansas City, Missouri. It's 90 years of Count Basie swing, billed as an unforgettable night of music, honors, and rhythm with the world-renowned Count Basie Orchestra, special guests including him, and an exclusive after-party jam session at Lonnie's Reno Club. We get into the rich history of Kansas City music and well beyond in this conversation. Enjoy this interview.
It's wonderful to meet you. Thank you for taking a minute out today. I appreciate it.
No problem.
So I want to get into the big day in Kansas City, April 30th, International Jazz Day, Basie at 90 festivities. Talk to me a little bit about your involvement with that day and the role you're going to play.
Well, I'm on the board now as the treasurer, and I just got a glimpse of the program. Anita, we've worked together for several years, especially when I was at the Missouri Lottery. I funded a lot of her activity and her events that she used to hold. But in this particular case, I've kind of been working as the procurer of their new facility on 1 East Armour. They're going to have a interpretive center that they're in the process of building, just finishing up with the architect. But my involvement basically is going to be as an awardee, and I'm going to just enjoy the show. So I'm not, hopefully won't have a lot of responsibility other than that, but I am making sure that the facilities are available and built out.
Excellent.
Yeah, in the next few months.
So let's get into, for the purposes of Count Basie and these festivities, let's get into a little bit of the jazz and music here. Take me back in your life to your beginnings and how your love of jazz and discovering Count Basie and this art form. How did that happen?
Oh, wow. Okay, that's going back. I just celebrated his birthday last month. But as surprising as it may seem, I was actually born at home on 19th and Vine back in 1948.
Wow.
And the neighborhood has since changed a lot, but the apartment buildings that were there were removed by the city some years back. And there are new apartment buildings there now. It's just the two of them side by side. And on the corner, I'm trying to remember the name of the nightclub that was right next door to the new apartment buildings. But as a kid, I used to hear the music. The people that came to town during those days, you're talking about Count Basie, Duke Ellington, all the jazz greats as a kid. I used to hear it. I used to walk up and down Vine, but most of the activity was actually on 12th Street, where they had the clubs. I can remember, on Vine, the Gym Theater. That's where I used to go to watch movies as a kid. But I used to hear it all the time, hear it in the air. If you're outdoors at night, you could hear music blasting, playing, all the celebrities of that day that came through Kansas City, I used to hear. And that's been it. I know I've always had a love for music. Even my son, he was a sax player. He no longer plays, but maybe he got that perfect pitch that he has as far as his ear from me. I just kind of, enjoy nice music. Really, I developed a love for most music.
Wonderful. So talk to me a little bit about the first jazz show you saw in Kansas City, or one of the handful of jazz shows that you've seen that made a really big impression on you.
Oh my goodness. I mean, that takes a lot of thought. As far as some of the friendships I've developed, uh, as a kid, it was Herbie, Hancock, Ramsey Lewis, the in crowd. I mean, it was just good music. Besides Motown, everybody of my age listened to a lot of the Motown sound, but it all had its elements of jazz in it. The musical compositions that was there. I've had a chance to meet some of the celebrities of that day. Someone introduced me to that started the Trumpet Awards. It was always an annual event, and when I went to those back in the, I guess in the '90s. I'm just trying to think of some of the singers, Anita Baker, even Isaac Hayes. Musical composition, jazz. I mean, it is something that just kind of happened naturally because I heard it as a very young kid. So my first real concert, man, I used to go to the ones they used to have in Kansas City at Arrowhead Stadium. Used to go to those. I don't know if you remember back that far, but they used to come to town every year. I think the people that I used to go visit. Wow, let me give a thought to my first real concert. My first real concert was a Motown Review at the Municipal Auditorium. So I was in high school. But in my later year, I was in the Navy, and I was out in California for several years. And I'm trying to think of the name of the place. It's actually a restaurant in San Francisco. Oh, what's the name of it? I don't know if you're familiar with it, but that's where all the jazz greats go through. Monterey Jazz Festival. I attended a couple of those, when I was out in California. And I think I was in the 19, 20-year-old category back then. And that was probably the real experience of seeing all the jazz and the greats. But I've been to so many places and done so many things, it's kind of hard to zero in on who I haven't seen or heard.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Yeah. But with Anita, I know she has been an avid, music lover, music generator with their activity. And that's really, my function with Anita is just to help her make this happen. It's time, Kansas City. It's jazz town, with Charlie and all the other folks that's come through Kansas City, even Eddie Baker. While I was with the lottery, I know we used to try to sponsor a lot of musical activity, and Anita helped in doing that. Some of the highlights, there's been so many. I know, she brought in Leonard Reed, actor, musician, dancer, Charlie Brown. I mean, just musical entertainment, period. So, when you say just jazz is always an element, but there's just so much more.
Yeah, it's interesting. When you mentioned Arrowhead, I remember seeing Michael Jackson at the Victory Tour back in '85.
Oh, well.
When it came through town.
Yeah, that was a lot later. I know. I'm going back to the '70s.
I got you.
I
Okay.
turned I turned 77 last month.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, but just trying to put thought to it. Hey, I'm not going to blame it on age, but yeah, as far as the events, haven't forgot them all. Just take time for me to think about everything that I've done because I've
Yeah.
always participated in music. Once upon a time, I used to actually play the drums. So, yeah, it kind of faded away. I had some friends that go on to do great things with bands, Melvin Webb out of Kansas City and folks with the Bloodstones. I knew all them. But like I said, as far as musicians, I've met them all. The music, it's always good. It's always varied. It's always a lot of new music happening. But in Kansas City, yeah, I mean, when Eddie Baker was alive, I know he was bringing a lot of music into town. His nephew, Greg Baker, yeah, he was bringing in a lot of. He was instrumental in bringing in some good music. So it's been a long journey, but I think now what Anita is starting to do with the UNESCO City of Music is going to be, I think, propelling Kansas City into a bigger arena worldwide because she's able to tap into a lot of these countries and bring in people. And I know she's sending a lot of people to other locations out of Kansas City. So I think this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning, and I think it's going to go off with a bang with the Count Basie Band coming. I know Marilyn May's going to be here. She didn't tell me whether or not she was going to perform, but I know she's still performing. So, no, my participation hopefully would just be as a spectator and take it all in when it starts to happen. So I'm waiting for Anita to roll out the next big event in the way of music. I know it's going to be happening, gearing up for the World Cup coming in 26. So, but no, right now I'm just a bystander that want to help make it happen. And the facility that we're putting together, I know it's just going to be another pivoting point for what UNESCO plans on doing.
And I think that's the thing about this. Having this celebration in Kansas City with such a rich musical history, Count Basie was integral in kind of the evolution, the early evolution and birth of jazz and just kind of where it's gone. So to be able to christen the 90 years here in one of the homes of jazz in Kansas City, I mean, it's such a big moment. I mean, how does that feel to start on 19th and Vine and to get to this point, to see all of this rich history happen in front of your eyes?
Oh, hey, like I said, as a kid, who would envision that I would be involved in this period? I mean, it was just something that was natural to music. And this being the 90th anniversary, of the band coming in, this will be the largest celebration outside of Dubai. And believe it or not, other portions of the world are a lot, or should I say, much more into jazz than we are. And they definitely go all out. And when you've got, I think, who's going to be there? It's going to be Herbie Hancock is going to be heading up their celebration. And that's a big UNESCO celebration, and that's outside the country. But right here, we will have the largest one in the U.S. I've traveled to New Orleans. I've listened to New Orleans jazz. That happens to be one of my favorite spots. I've gone down there and Marcellus, and like I said, now you're jogging my memory about being, with the music and where I've really enjoyed jazz. They want to claim a lot of it down in New Orleans. But Kansas City, I don't care. Kansas City, Chicago, I think Kansas City still stands out as being the first, the really big first for introducing a lot of the jazz. New Orleans is good, but I'll have to have some of the historians bring that out. I know Anita knows, but no, it's been jazz in Kansas City ever since I can remember. Yeah, being 7, 8 years old, and on any given corner in that district, you could hear live music just blasting out of the doors. You know, we used to have the little hot dog stands that would run up and down the street, and tamale stands, and people going in and out of the nightclubs. Yeah, you would see the musicians come out, grab a quick tamale or a hot dog, and go back in. Never knew who they were. They could have been somebody famous at the time, but they were all musicians. Just beautiful music. So, but bringing in the band for the 90th, I think this is going to be a great event, and I expect to see a lot of people. You know, I know there are going to be a lot of my friends there, and I'm waiting to make it to the event. I'm right now in Florida. I had to get out of the cold weather. So, hopefully by the time I get back in April, it would have warmed up. Yeah.
Yeah, we're pushing for it.
Yeah. But the excitement, just like the Donnie McFadden and Lonnie, personal friends, I'm looking forward to seeing Donnie when I get back to Kansas City. But jazz, I mean, it encompasses so much music, even with the hip hop today. So I think we're going to have a lot of young folk coming in to really come in and appreciate the event. So can't wait.
Yeah, it's going to be quite a celebration.
Yeah. So I'm not familiar with neon jazz. I've been kind of on the golf course most days and in and out of Kansas City. So is this a regular radio spot or a podcast or?
Yeah, it's a weekly radio show, and it's profiled on All About Jazz, which is kind of the hub on the web for shows. Yeah. I'm one of a handful of shows. I'm also on terrestrial radio here in town, and I put out interviews on a regular basis. So all of this is both on the web and on terrestrial radio. I've been doing it since 2011, so for about 14 years now. So our whole aim has been to kind of celebrate the entirety of jazz worldwide and really hone in on Kansas City. And I think that's the thing that is so special about this event. Watching how jazz has evolved even since I've started this show in 2011, it's amazing how many current cats, like from Lonnie McFadden all the way to the new crop that Bobby Watson has taught from UMKC. And I think that's my next question to you is, having the Count Basie Orchestra come into Kansas City, it's not just a celebration of the past, but I think it's also a celebration of where we're at right now. Kansas City remains vibrant. There's nightly activity at many places around town. So it just, from your perspective, what is your favorite thing about Kansas City? Being born here, watching it evolve over all these years, what do you love the best about not only Kansas City, but the music scene that you've seen over the years?
Oh, the music scene has been, fabulous. I mean, it's just been to the point where, I'm trying to remember the last real big event, like the Jazz Masters, and I get emails and newsletters from time to time, and so many I don't get a chance to really read a lot of them. But I think it's it's coming to a point now where more and more people are starting to get out. I'm trying to think of the locations that Lonnie McFadden was. The nightclub. I know he has his own now, but just traveling around town, even down to the Ozarks. I mean, the music's just migrating all over Missouri. Um, uh, you know, what I'm happy to see is Marilyn May coming back to town. For the folks that really never knew her or heard her sing, bringing back the old with the new. I'm curious to hear how the band sounds today. I haven't heard them in forever, but new music, it's always around. It's so much of it that I think people are starting to really appreciate it again because it's becoming so commonplace. It's nice, it's new, and it's different. It ain't the old slow. I mean, it's rhythmic, it is modern, and it's been creative. Miles, I know some of his music is real deep, but today, I don't know who all the musicians are today, but when I go in and sit in and hear some music, now that I'm in a different location most of the time, I don't get to hear it like I want to. But some of the places that used to be available on the plaza, I know it's no longer available. But I think we're having a shortage of locations and clubs to really listen to some good jazz. So, but for now, sure. I think I mean, even at Crown Center, I know a good friend who was with Hallmark. They used to bring in music at the restaurant that's just for special events now. I'm trying to think of the name of it, across the street from Crown Center. The fancy restaurant that is reservation only or reserve only. They used to have jazz dinners that came in, which was a nice event at the time. I think since he's been gone as vice president, I don't think they do it anymore. But I haven't really been to too many clubs down on Grand at, what's that, 19th, 18th. There's a few spots that I've popped into. And, now that I'm thinking, there's 3 or 4 clubs that I've gone to just to pop in, hear the music. Can't remember who was there, but it's always good music. So right now, I think it's, really something that people are listening to now. But I think this is going to kick off a new surge and making people more aware that we are Jazz City. And New Orleans, Chicago, all the places that claim to be the real jazz towns, I think we are still, foremost. New Orleans goes on and on. They play music 24/7. But I think, we still have a vibrant community, and everybody comes through here. Everybody comes through here. So we just need to make people more aware, and the more we do it, I think the much better, Kansas City will be recognized for it. The interpretive center that we're putting together, I think we're going to start to highlight, small bands, 2 or 3 pieces, combos, just to have music going constantly. That's going to be one of the purposes of the facility, is to have, some of the newcomers come in, some of the old comers to come in and do a small set, do like music, just to keep it going continuously. Somebody wants to come in and be highlighted. So we'll start to do some venues around town and bringing in more and more talent. So let some of the new upstarts have a place to start playing. So, but anyway, I just want to be a part of it. I want to listen to it. I want to enjoy it. And hey, it's always live in Kansas City.
Yes, sir. So April 30th, International Jazz Day, the largest celebration in America, will be taking place in Kansas City. Count Basie Orchestra at the Music Hall. The pre-show will be recognizing you, Marilyn May, Anita, other wonderful people that are a part of the jazz community. And then there will be a post-show with Lonnie McFadden at the Reno Club. So I urge everyone to go out, get tickets. I'll have links in the show notes. James, it's been wonderful. Thank you for your wonderful knowledge on the town, your history, and talking about this wonderful event. I appreciate it.
Oh, hey, thank you. Like I said, you brought back a few memories that I've forgotten about, especially where I was actually born. And I guess I was born right in the middle of it. So, thank you.
Thanks for listening and tuning into another Neon Jazz interview, where we give you a bit of insight into the finest players and minds in Florida, Kansas City, and spots all over the world, giving fans all that jazz. And thanks to James for swinging on by the show with such great stories about Kansas City. If you want to pick up your own tickets to the event, you can go to kccreativecity.com/Count-Basie. If you want to hear more Neon Jazz interviews, you can find us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Subscribe to us at YouTube, and for everything Neon Jazz, go to the neonjazz.blogspot.com. Until next time, enjoy the jazz, my friends. Domino here, host of KC's Neon Jazz Radio. On International Jazz Day, April 30th, join us at the Music Hall in downtown Kansas City for the event of the year, 90 years of Count Basie Swing. At 7 p.m., the world-famous Count Basie Orchestra takes the stage. From 5 to 7 p.m., it's a VIP reception with jazz legends and honorees. Finally, from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m., join the after-party jam session at Lonnie's Reno Club inside the Ambassador Hotel. Tickets are moving fast. Get yours now at kccreativecity.com/Count-Basie. This event is part of International Jazz Day, supported by the UNESCO Creative Cities Network, with Kansas City proudly standing as America's only creative city of music. I'll see you there, Kansas City.